My wife said, "You lost your job, so we're in an open relationship now until you find work. If you don't agree, I'll just leave you." I replied, "I understand." Then I checked our Ring camera. She'd been coming home at 4 a.m. in different cars for 3 days, all dressed up. When I sent the footage to her parents with the caption, "Your daughter's open relationship while I job hunt." I, 35 male, got laid off 3 weeks ago. Tech layoffs, whole department gone. Severance package is solid though. 6 months salary, about $78,000 total. My wife, 33, is a dental hygienist making $52,000 a year. We're not hurting for money. Our mortgage is $2,400 a month. Everything else is manageable. We've got savings. I've been applying to jobs daily. Already had 2 interviews lined up. Should have been fine. Should have been us supporting each other through a rough patch. Except last Tuesday, she came home from work and sat down at the kitchen table while I was making tacos. "We need to discuss something." I turned around, wiping my hands on a towel. "What's up?" "Our relationship. Now that you're not working, things are different." "Different how?" "I've got severance. We're okay financially. It's not about money." She wouldn't look at me. The power dynamic has shifted. I'm the only one working now, bringing in income, dealing with stress, and you're just here. I'm job hunting. I've already got interviews. It's been 3 weeks. That's not the point. She finally looked up. "I need space. Freedom. I've been thinking about this and I want an open relationship." I just stared at her. "What? Open relationship? Until you're working again. The dynamic is off. I shouldn't have to be tied down to someone who's unemployed." "Tied down? We're married." "Exactly. And marriage shouldn't mean I'm trapped when circumstances change. I need to feel, I don't know, like I have options." "Options?" "Yes. I'm still young. I'm working hard. I deserve to have some freedom." Something about the way she said it, too practiced, too smooth. "How long have you been thinking about this?" "A few days. Maybe a week. Does it matter?" "Yeah, it kinda does." She stood up, getting defensive now. "Look, this is happening. Either you agree to open things up temporarily or I'm leaving. Your choice. But I'm not staying in a relationship where I feel stifled." "Stifled?" "Yes, is that so hard to understand? I'm carrying all the weight right now. It's been 3 weeks since I got laid off. 3 weeks. And suddenly you feel stifled enough to demand an open relationship?" "It's not sudden. I've been feeling this way for a while. Your job loss just made it clear that things needed to change." I looked at her. Really looked at her. The defensiveness, the prepared speech, the way she kept saying, "I deserve and I need." "I understand," I said quietly. She blinked. You do?" "Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So you agree?" "I didn't say that. I said I understand your position. That's basically the same thing." "No, it's not, but okay." She seemed to take that as agreement. "Good. I'm going out tonight. Girls' night with the dental office staff." "Cool." She headed upstairs. I heard her shower running. 20 minutes later, she came down in a black dress I'd never seen before. Full face of makeup, high heels, hair curled. That's dressy for girls' night. "We're going somewhere nice." She grabbed her purse. "Don't wait up." She left around 7:30 p.m. I sat on the couch staring at the TV for maybe an hour. Something was wrong. This whole thing felt wrong. Then I remembered. We installed a Ring doorbell camera 6 months ago after someone kept stealing packages. Motion activated. Records everything, saves to cloud storage. Pulled out my phone. Opened the Ring app. Started scrolling through recent footage. Monday night. My wife pulls up at 3:42 a.m. in a black SUV. Not her car. She gets out, leans back in the window to kiss someone, then walks to the door fumbling with her keys. My stomach dropped. Scrolled back further. Friday night, home at 4:15 a.m. Silver sedan drops her off. Same routine, kisses goodbye, stumbles to the door. Wednesday, 3:58 a.m. Red pickup truck, another kiss. She's giggling, almost falls, taking off her heels on the porch. I watch the clips over and over. Different vehicles, different guys probably. All within the last week. She'd been cheating before the open relationship conversation. The conversation wasn't a request, it was retroactive permission. She'd already been doing it and needed me to agree so she could keep doing it without guilt. I sat there until 2 a.m. She wasn't home yet. Checked the Ring app. Nothing. Around 4:30 a.m., motion alert. Watched live as a white Jeep pulled up. My wife got out, steadied herself against the car door, waved at the driver, blew a kiss, The Jeep drove off. She came inside. I heard her try to be quiet, take off her shoes, tiptoe upstairs. I stayed on the couch, phone in hand, watching her on the Ring footage replay. 4 different cars in less than a week. I downloaded everything. Saved the clips to my phone, my laptop, my email, a USB drive. Timestamps visible on all of them. Then I went upstairs. She was in bed, still in her dress, makeup smudged, passed out. I grabbed a pillow and went to the guest room. Morning came. I was up at 6 a.m., couldn't sleep anyway. Made coffee. Started applying to more jobs, acting normal. She came down around 10 a.m. looking rough. Morning, I said. Hey, she poured coffee. What time did you go to bed? Not sure. You get home okay last night? Yeah, around midnight. Stayed at my coworker's place for a bit after the bar. Her apartment's close. Lying right to my face. The Ring footage showed 4:30 a.m., different car than hers. Cool. Fun night? Yeah, needed to blow off some steam. I bet. She looked at me sideways. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Just saying I bet it was nice to relax. She studied me for a second, then shrugged. I'm gonna shower. After she went upstairs, I texted her dad. We'd always gotten along. He's a contractor, old school guy, married to her mom for 38 years. They're religious, go to church every Sunday, always asking when we're having kids. Me, hey, you got time for a call later? Need advice on something? Sure. Everything okay? Me, yeah, just want to run something by you. House stuff. Call anytime. I waited until my wife left for work. She had an afternoon shift. Once her car was gone, I called him. Hey, what's going on? This is gonna be uncomfortable, but I need to show you something about your daughter. Silence. What kind of something? Can I send you some videos from our Ring doorbell? Videos of what? Just let me send them. Then we'll talk. I sent him the compilation, all 4 nights. Timestamps clear, different vehicles, the kiss goodbyes, her stumbling drunk. Then I sent screenshots of yesterday's conversation where she demanded an open relationship. My phone rang immediately. What the hell is this? That's your daughter coming home over the last week. She told me yesterday she wants an open relationship because I lost my job. But as you can see, she's been doing this before that conversation. I heard him talking to his wife. Couldn't make out words, but his tone was angry. Her mom got on the phone. Where is she right now? At work. Afternoon shift at the dental office. You're sure about these videos? They're from our security camera, time and date stamped. I didn't fake anything. I'm calling her. Wait, maybe. Click. She hung up. Great. 20 minutes later, my wife called me. I could hear her crying before she even spoke. What did you do? Answered your parents' questions honestly. You sent them videos of me? Private videos? Private? It's our front door camera. You knew it was there. You had no right to send those to my parents. You demanded an open relationship yesterday. The videos show you've been sleeping around for over a week before that. Your parents deserve to know what was happening. That's my business, not theirs. Really? Because when you brought up the open relationship, you made it my business. And when you lied about where you were and who you were with, you made it everyone's business. I can't believe you'd stab me in the back like this. Stab you in the back? Are you serious right now? She was full on sobbing. My mom is losing it. She's saying I'm a disgrace. My dad won't even talk to me. What did you expect? That they'd be cool with you cheating on your husband? I wasn't cheating. We're in an open relationship. We never agreed to that. I said I understood your position. That's not agreement. And even if I had agreed, you were doing this before you asked. That's called cheating. You're twisting everything. I'm stating facts. 4 different cars, 4 different nights, all before yesterday's conversation. I hate you. I'm coming home. Cool, I'll be here. She hung up. I made myself lunch, turkey sandwich, ate it slowly, checked job listings, applied to 3 more positions, all very calm, very normal. She came home an hour later, burst through the door, eyes red and puffy. You've destroyed everything. I looked up from my laptop. How so? My parents, my family, everyone's gonna know. Know what? The truth? You're such a bastard. I'm the bastard? I'm not the one who came home at 4 a.m. 4 times in the last week from 4 different cars. She started pacing. Those videos are out of context. What context makes kissing 4 different guys in 4 different cars okay while you're married? I needed space. I was figuring things out. By sleeping with random dudes? They're not random. One is from the gym. Another is, you know what, I don't have to explain myself to you. Actually, yeah, you kind of do. We're married. Not for long if you keep this up. Is that a threat or a promise? She grabbed her keys. I'm leaving. Where to? One of the 4 guys' places? Screw you. She left. Slammed the door so hard a picture frame fell off the wall. I picked it up. Wedding photo. Both of us smiling. She looked happy. I looked hopeful, I guess. I put it face down on the table. My phone rang. Her dad. Can we come over? Sure. We'll be there in 20. They showed up with her mom looking like she'd been crying. Her dad looked exhausted. We sat in the living room. I showed them everything on my laptop. The full videos, the text conversation, all the timestamps. Her mom kept shaking her head. I don't understand. Why would she do this? I've been asking myself the same thing. Her dad, when did you lose your job? 3 weeks ago. Got 6 months severance. Already have interviews lined up. So you're not broke? No, we're actually fine financially. Her mom, then why would she say the relationship needs to be open because you're unemployed? I think she wanted to justify what she was already doing, make it seem like it was because of my situation instead of her choices. Her dad leaned back, rubbing his face. Where is she now? Left about an hour ago, didn't say where. Probably with one of them, her mom said bitterly. We talked for another 2 hours. They apologized repeatedly, which felt weird. I kept saying it wasn't their fault. They asked what I was going to do. Honestly, I don't know yet. Divorce? Probably. But I need to figure out the logistics. Her dad. The house? Both our names on the mortgage. But I put down the down payment before we got married. About $45K for my savings. That matters legally. Yeah, I'll need a lawyer. Her mom hugged me when they left. You're a good man. You didn't deserve this. Whatever happens, we're sorry. After they left, I called my brother. Told him everything. Dude, holy shit. Yeah. So what's the play? Divorce lawyer. Document everything. Protect myself. Smart. You need anything? Nah, I'm good. Liar. I'm coming over this weekend. We'll order pizza, watch something stupid. All right. My wife came home late that night. I was in bed, door locked. Heard her try the handle. Seriously, you're locking me out of our bedroom? Yup. This is my house, too. Guest room's available. I'm not sleeping in the guest room. Then sleep on the couch. I don't care. You're being such a child. Good night. I heard her stomp away. About an hour later, the guest room door slammed. Update 1. Woke up to 31 texts from my wife. Didn't read them. Deleted the notifications. She was gone by the time I got up. Left a note on the kitchen counter. We need to talk. I'm staying at my friend's until you calm down. I crumpled it up and threw it away. Called a divorce attorney that morning. Got a consultation for that afternoon. Guy's name was on a billboard I'd seen. Aggressive representation for complex divorces. Met with him at 2 p.m. Laid out everything. The ring footage, her demands, the timeline. He watched the videos, took notes. This is pretty clear-cut adultery. You've got solid documentation. What's that mean for the divorce? In this state? Means she gets way less. Fault matters here. Judges don't like cheaters. What about the house? Both names on the mortgage? Yeah, but I put down $45K before marriage from my savings. We can argue that should come off the top before splitting equity. You'd get your down payment back plus half of the remaining equity. She's gonna fight that. They always do. But we've got evidence. Most judges will see it our way. My severance? That's yours, post-separation income. I paid the $3,500 retainer. He said he'd draft the papers. Got home around 4 p.m. My wife was sitting on the porch. Your car's here. Yup, can I come in? It's your house too, apparently. She followed me inside. I went straight to the kitchen, grabbed water from the fridge. We need to talk about this, she started. Nothing to talk about. Yes, there is. You completely overreacted. To you cheating on me with 4 different guys? I wasn't cheating. I told you I wanted an open relationship. After you'd already been sleeping with them. That's not an open relationship. That's cheating with attempted retroactive permission. That's not fair. What's not fair is you demanding an open relationship the day after I catch you on camera coming home at 4 a.m. from some random dude's car. You didn't catch me. That's our security camera. You're not allowed to use that against me. I actually laughed. Are you high right now? It's our joint property. I can absolutely use it. No. That's like invasion of privacy. On our own front porch, where you knew there was a camera? You're twisting this. I'm not twisting anything. You cheated multiple times with multiple people, then tried to gaslight me into an open relationship to justify it. Stop saying I cheated. What else do you call it? I was exploring. I was trying to figure out what I needed. Cool. Explore single life then. What's that supposed to mean? I hired a divorce attorney today. Her face went white. You what? Divorce attorney. Paid the retainer. He's drafting papers. You can't be serious. Deadly serious. Over this? Over me needing some space? Over you sleeping with 4 different people while lying to my face about where you were? I'm not sleeping with 4 people. You don't know that. 4 cars, 4 different nights, 4 kiss goodbyes. What else was happening? That's circumstantial. Is it? So if I call those guys, they'll all confirm you were just getting innocent rides home? She went quiet. That's what I thought. You wouldn't dare call them. Try me. She grabbed her purse. I'm leaving. You keep saying that, but keep coming back. Only because it's my house. For now. She left again. This time took more clothes. I watched from the window as she loaded up her car. 2 suitcases, a box of shoes, her makeup bag. Good. More space for me. My brother came over that night like he'd promised. Pizza, beer, bad action movies. Didn't talk about the situation much. Just hung out. You doing okay? He asked around midnight. Yeah, surprisingly, yeah. That's good. That's healthy. Is it? Shouldn't I be more torn up? Dude, she cheated on you with 4 guys and tried to make you think you were the problem for losing your job. You're allowed to be done. Yeah, I guess I am. Next morning, my wife's best friend called me. What did you do to her? Good morning to you too. Don't. She's devastated, crying constantly. What is wrong with you? Did she tell you what happened? She said you're divorcing her over nothing, over her having 1 girl's night out. 1 girl's night? Try 4 in the last week. Want to see the Ring camera footage? You're stalking her. It's our doorbell camera. She knew it was there. You had no right to show her parents those videos. Actually, I did. They asked what was going on. I showed them. You're tearing her family apart. No, she did that when she decided to cheat on me with multiple people. She wasn't cheating. You were in an open relationship. We never agreed to that. Check the texts. I never said yes. That's semantics. No, it's consent. She didn't have it. You're unbelievable. She's telling everyone what kind of person you are. Cool, I've got video evidence of what kind of person she is. I'll take my chances. She hung up. About an hour later, my phone buzzed. Group text from my wife to me and about a dozen other people. Her friends, some family, even a few coworkers. Just so everyone knows, my husband is trying to divorce me because I went out with friends while he's unemployed. He's controlling and abusive, and I need support right now. I stared at the message. The absolute audacity. Typed back, correction, I'm divorcing you because you cheated with 4 different people in the last week, then tried to gaslight me into an open relationship to justify it. I have Ring camera footage of all 4 instances, timestamped and saved. Anyone wants to see it, happy to share. Sent. Her response came immediately. You're disgusting for saying that. None of that is true. Me, Monday, 3:42 a.m., black SUV. Wednesday, 3:58 a.m., red truck. Friday, 4:15 a.m., silver sedan. Yesterday, 4:30 a.m., white Jeep. All captured on our security camera. All with you kissing the drivers goodbye. Want me to post the videos in this group chat? No response. Several people left the group chat. Her best friend, you're psychotic. Me, I'm documented. There's a difference. Her cousin, this is a family matter. Why are you airing this publicly? Me, she made it public by sending that first message. I'm just correcting the record. My wife, I'm blocking you. Cool. My lawyer has your lawyer's info anyway. She removed me from the group chat. My phone immediately started buzzing with individual texts. Her cousin asking if I was serious. A couple of her friends apologizing for jumping to conclusions. Her uncle asking if I really had video evidence. I sent the Ring footage to her uncle. He'd always been cool with me, and he was the type to call out BS. Jesus, I'm sorry, man. This is messed up. Yeah, it is. For what it's worth, I believe you, and I'll make sure the family knows the truth. Thanks. Her dad called that afternoon. Her mother and I want to apologize again. You don't need to keep apologizing. She's telling people you're abusive, that you're controlling her. I know. I saw the group text. It's not true. We know it's not true. We're setting the record straight with family. I appreciate that. She's not thinking clearly. The lies are getting worse. Yeah, I noticed. If there's anything we can do, just keep being honest about what you saw. That's enough. After we hung up, I felt weirdly grateful. Her own parents were backing me up. That counted for something. Got an email from the lawyer that evening. Divorce papers were ready. Service of process would happen early next week. I forwarded the email to my brother. Him, it's really happening, huh? Yeah. How you feeling? Relieved. Good. Final update. The divorce process took about 3.5 months, felt like 3.5 years. My wife fought everything, the house, the furniture, who got the instant pot we'd gotten as a wedding gift. Her lawyer was aggressive, kept trying to paint me as financially abusive for cutting her off when I lost my job. I hadn't cut her off, she left. Controlling for monitoring her with the Ring camera, it was our joint camera, and emotionally manipulative for weaponizing her parents against her. I just told them the truth. My lawyer shut down every argument with the Ring footage. Can't argue with time-stamped video evidence. We ended up in mediation after 2 months. My wife showed up with a new guy, not one from the videos, someone new entirely. She held his hand walking in, kept touching his arm during breaks, trying to make me jealous, probably. Didn't work. I felt nothing. The mediator was this tired-looking woman in her 50s who'd clearly seen every divorce trick in the book. Let's cut to it, she said after reviewing everything. Mister, you have documented evidence of infidelity, multiple instances. Mrs., your attorney hasn't disputed the authenticity of these recordings, correct? My wife's lawyer shifted uncomfortably. The recordings are, we believe they're taken out of context. What context? The mediator looked at the videos again. These show her arriving home in the early morning hours, in vehicles not belonging to her, engaging in intimate behavior with the drivers. How is that out of context? Silence. Here's my recommendation, the mediator continued. The house sells. After the mortgage is paid, he gets his $45K down payment returned. Then the remaining equity splits 60-40 in his favor due to the adultery. All personal property has been divided. No alimony. Marriage was under 5 years and both parties are employed. Clean break. My wife's lawyer. That's hardly fair. Fair? The mediator cut him off. Your client committed adultery. Extensively. Documented adultery, then tried to gaslight her husband into accepting it. In this state, judges can factor fault into asset division. If we go to court, instead of settling here, a judge will likely be even less sympathetic. This is a generous offer. My wife looked at her new boyfriend, then back at the mediator, tears running down her face. Fine, she whispered, just like that. Months of fighting, thousands in legal fees, and it ended with a whispered fine. We signed the papers. I walked out of that office and sat in my car for 20 minutes. Just sat there. Didn't cry, didn't feel relieved, just empty. The house went on the market immediately, sold in 3 weeks. Market was hot. After the mortgage payoff, I walked away with about $89K. Combined with what was left of my severance, I was financially stable. I'd landed a new job 2 weeks before the divorce finalized. Tech company, better position than my old job, $15K salary bump. The layoff ended up being the best thing that happened to my career. My ex-wife and her new boyfriend lasted another month before breaking up. Heard through her cousin that he dumped her when he found out she'd been texting another guy. The irony was not lost on anyone. She tried to reach out a few times after the divorce. Texts from new numbers since I blocked her original one. Can we talk? I made mistakes. We both did. I miss what we had. Maybe we gave up too fast. Never responded. Eventually blocked those numbers too. Her parents still check in with me sometimes. Birthday texts, holiday cards. They apologized one more time at Thanksgiving. I'd been invited to their house by her uncle, and they were there. Her mom hugged me and cried. I'm so sorry for what she put you through. It's not your fault. We raised her better than this. I know you did. Her dad shook my hand. You handled this with more grace than most men would have. You're a good person. That actually made me tear up. I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment now. Downtown, nice building, walking distance to work. Furnished it with actual grown-up furniture from West Elm and room and board. Everything's mine. Feels good. Not dating yet. Not really interested. My therapist, yeah, got one of those, says I need time to rebuild trust in people. She's probably right. But I'm okay. Really okay. Got my career back on track, got my finances sorted, got my peace back. People ask if I'm bitter. Not really. I'm just done. She wanted an open relationship while I was temporarily unemployed. She got a divorce instead. Her choice had consequences. The Ring camera footage saved my ass, honestly. Without that, it would have been her word against mine. She could have spun any narrative she wanted. That I was controlling, that I was abusive, that I drove her away with my unemployment. But you can't argue with time-stamped video of 4 different cars dropping you off at 4 a.m. Best $200 I ever spent on home security. That and the $3,500 for the lawyer. My ex lost her marriage, her parents' respect, and apparently can't keep a relationship stable. I lost a wife who was already gone and gained clarity about what I deserve. Fair trade. Would I do anything differently? Maybe file for divorce immediately instead of waiting. But honestly, having that mediation evidence package, months of her escalating lies, the group text gaslighting attempt, her trying to paint me as abusive, made the settlement so much cleaner. She played stupid games, won a stupid divorce settlement, and I got my life back. That's good enough for me.